Hello, everybody, and welcome to Delves In, where we read creepy Reddit stories and crazy creepypastas or whatever. My name is Delv. This is the Great Catsby. In today's episode, we're going to be reading from a new subreddit, one that we have not delved into before. Today, I fucked up. We've got two very interesting stories here. We're going to get right into it. Not going to waste any time. First story from 99 Necromancers. Today I fucked up going home with a girl. What do we think? I have two predictions. A, the girl is his cousin. B, the girl is an ex-girlfriend of one of his friends.
C, she's super weird.
Oh, well, sure, but like, realistically, how weird can a girl be for a guy to like give a shit about bringing him home? Unless she's like absolutely psychotic.
That's what I mean.
Like she has a pentagram tattooed on her asshole or something. I don't know. Okay.
I'm going to read it.
Okay, by all means. Get in there.
Reading Hogger.
Hogger.
All right. Can you zoom in, please? Went on a date with a girl I met online. We had a good time. We went back to her place because it was closer. Got told to be as quiet as possible because roommate was sleeping. Hooked up with my date in her room. Failed to be quiet. Roommate knocked on the door. Date got dressed. I covered up using the nearest pillow for some reason instead of the blanket. Date opened the door. Roommate and I locked eyes. Realized the roommate was my bully back in high school. Oh my gosh. Oh, if I'm just trying to put myself in this situation, that'd be insane.
Whoa.
Roommate realized the same thing based on his frozen expression. Date apologized to roommate about the noise. Roommate said my name. I said roommate's name. Date asked how we knew each other. Roommate joked that he used to make my life hell in high school. I concurred and said, at least one of us can joke about it. Cue awkward silence sprinkled with underlying tension. Date asked if she should leave because to her it looked like the two of us were about to hate fuck each other. Roommate returned to his room. Hold on, I'm confused.
I am too.
Date asked, roommate returned to his room after reminding my date that none of the walls in their apartment were soundproof. Sex was supposed to continue, but all my high school trauma resurfaced after seeing my bully, and I was unable to get hard again.
Damn.
Thus, granting my bully exactly what he wanted. No noise. Worst walk of shame of my life. The end, basically. TLDR?
Yeah, too long. Didn't read.
Went home with the girl and realized her roommate was my bully from high school, which triggered my high school trauma and prevented me from being able to perform during sex. Okay. Oh.
I've got a lot. Do you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So I haven't been in this exact situation before, but I've been in a situation where I've had to reunite with my high school bullies in a setting years later. It was uncomfortable as fuck. I had to mentally prepare myself. Thank God I knew that I was running into them. It was at a wedding. But I kind of took the approach of like, fuck these bitches. I'm going to put on my best dress. I'm going to spend 3 hours getting ready and I'm going to fucking show them out, you know? And it worked for me. So if I were to try to put myself in this situation and I were to see them and they were the roommates of the person that I was fucking, I would almost go back to fucking and be louder. But that's just because I have the anger in me.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree.
Is there trauma? Absolutely. Did they ruin a lot of high school shit for me? Absolutely. But for some reason, as time went on, I got fueled up by the anger and not so much triggered trauma,
Right.
if that makes sense.
You wanted revenge.
Yes. So I would have taken that opportunity to do the same thing, which was revenge.
Yeah.
Now, is that rude to my date? I mean, I already clearly wanted to screw them, you know?
Right.
So I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, all right, my first thing. Do you find it weird that a man and a woman are both roommates? I think that's weird.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's my first thing is like, I don't know. Going home with a girl who has male roommates, I'm always suspicious of. What?
Beef just texted, I need a co-pilot.
Oh, yeah, Battlefield 6 just came out. The lads need us.
I was the co-pilot yesterday.
Dude, she was absolutely... Chat,
It was so fun.
anybody who gets this reference, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. In the scene in Full Metal Jacket where Joker is in the helicopter and the gunner is just like shooting at people as the helicopter flies by, that was my girlfriend. She was just mowing people down.
It was so fun. Beef's the best pilot.
Really is, dude. Dude is an ace at flying. Dude loves two things, boats and planes. Loves them.
We whooped ass together. But go on, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So, yeah, first of all, I find it weird that his date is roommates with a boy. I think that's weird. I think that's a red flag, personally. Second of all, yeah, why are you hiding? It's her house, too. You're in her bedroom. Sure, you're being loud, and, you know, maybe that's rude, you know, for them to, like, knock, like, hey, could you guys keep it down? I can hear you fucking. Like, that's fine, but why are you hiding?
Well,
What are you hiding for?
because they're naked.
Yeah, but he said he's hiding under
A pillow.
a pillow.
His genitals.
Oh, I thought he meant his whole body. I
No.
covered up using the nearest pillow for some reason instead of the blanket.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
This.
I read that wrong. You're right. So, yeah, first of all, this should be like an excellent opportunity to just like pound this guy's roommate and leave.
Yeah.
Like, this should have been like a moment of triumph for you. Like, oh, you're roommates with her? Now I'm really gonna fuck her.
I feel so bad because it wasn't that. So he must have really fucked this dude up.
Apparently.
That sucks. I know what that feels like.
Yeah. That is... I mean, I can't think of a worse moment to, like, recognize a bully later in life than with your dick out in his house.
Yeah.
That is definitely awkward.
And on the opposite sex roommate thing, I mean, in the times that I've known people to have that are attracted to the opposite gender living in the same house, it's messy, and maybe that's just my experience, you know?
Well, as much as people want to ignore it, I do think that there is a such thing as, like, proximal attraction. If that makes sense. So, like, even if you start off as roommates completely platonic and you're just like, yeah, we're just going to live together, I do think the more time you just naturally spend with somebody of the opposite sex, the more you are inevitably going to grow an attraction of some kind. I mean, that's why coworkers cheat on their wives all the time, because they end up like spending more time with this other person at work than at home with their wife. You know, it's just the fact that they're nearby somebody else. They'll grow a relationship just naturally. So that's why I think it's a red flag.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's inevitable, and if you're smart, avoid that.
all the people that I've ever known to live in the same house is like with that setup of just platonic relationships, or like even if like let's say they're moving like in my personal situation that I knew about, they were moving to a different city to go to school, and there was like, you know, they were like in their mid-20s at that point, so they were going for their masters, and there was an ad on Facebook or something about just like a room for rent, and there were like it was a dude, there were other women in that house, and over time, sure enough,
Yeah, they all sleep together.
yeah.
I think that's just how that works.
But I feel really bad for this guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Dude, yeah. To let your bully get the last laugh by, like, cucking you because your dick can't get hard. And I completely get that, because even if you want to fuck, but your dick just isn't working, like, it's not, like, your penis is never your friend. It's hard when you don't want it to be, and then it's soft when you want it to be hard.
Especially when it's out of surprise like that. At least in my situation, like, I knew that I was going to be seeing them again, so I could mentally prepare and kind of, like, think about how I wanted to approach that situation. But this was such a shock to this guy.
I also think, by the way, that it's so fucking insane that she opened the door.
Instead of just being like, what?
Yeah.
From a closed door?
Because clearly the door's locked and he knocked on it, right? And she didn't just go like, yeah. And he didn't go, hey, could you guys keep it down? And she went, yeah, sorry. And then you kept going. Why the fuck did she stopped, got up, opened the door?
Also, I don't know. And maybe this is just me, but like if I'm living with a roommate and they are fucking loud, I'm not going to interject myself into that situation. I'm just going to let it play out. And I'm going to talk to them the next day and just say, hey,
yeah,
I heard the whole thing. I was trying to sleep, couldn't sleep. Like whatever the context is as to why.
Yeah, talk about it after.
Yeah.
For sure.
I wouldn't want to see shit that I don't want to see.
And also like.
And be involved in that. That's awkward. That for me, I would feel awkward.
Yeah, it was almost like the bully heard them having sex and he was interested. He wanted to see it. That's why he got up to knock. Because he's probably trying to fuck her. Now, I would give him the benefit of the doubt if he was doing something like if he had like a job interview on Zoom, or I know a lot of college classes on Zoom require you to have your camera on and your sound. So maybe he was in the middle of taking a test and he was like, hey, can you guys like be quiet for a little bit? I need some quiet time. I would understand that. But yeah, you're right. If I ever heard my roommate having sex, why the fuck would I want to interrupt that?
Oh, no.
Oh, Cooper.
Oh.
Buddy.
It has been like over an hour since we got back.
Buddy. All right, well, we got to pause. Our dog just pissed on the floor. Sorry for the brief intermission. If you saw our last episode, you'd know that we got a new puppy, and he pissed on the floor. But we're back.
He's just learning.
He's learning. Yeah, he's a pup. He's fresh out of boot camp or the womb, whatever. All right. Well, this is an unfortunate story. I wouldn't say this is a TIFU though. Like he couldn't have predicted that.
Right. It wasn't a personal fuck up. It was just a fucked up situation, accidentally.
Yeah. Normally, like a TIFU is like you make a decision that immediately has consequences. But with this one, it was like, I mean, how the fuck would you have known that her roommate is your bully? That's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault, dude. It's not your fault.
I am sorry, though, and fuck that guy. I hope he lives a miserable life.
Yeah, that's tough.
Because someone who causes that much shit for someone at that young of an age is just...
Top comment. Today you fucked up by not bullying your high school bully with loud sex noises. Missed opportunity. The OP responded. Take Viagra first this time just to be safe. Take a Viagra first this time. All right, next story. Today I fucked up by trying to live life spontaneously as an awkward boy. You want to read this one too? I'll read it. Did you want to?
No, it's fine.
I asked and you didn't say anything.
You gave me like 2 seconds to respond, and you were scrolling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need more than 2 seconds?
You can read it.
I, a 25-year-old male, have had an... Oh, sorry. This story is by DJ Double T777. I, a 25-year-old male, have had an interesting day today, from dealing with a high-strung and emotional event that could be a story for another day, to family drama. But the story about today revolves around where I had mostly gotten past everything and was hanging out with one of my female friends where we talk, catch up, give advice, do tarot for fun, etc. I don't like this guy. He's already pissing me off. Do tarot?
What's that face for?
Do tarot?
Yeah.
The last thing we did today was go to an ice cream place where I thought she would like to try because of their honey lavender flavor and maybe the seasonal
Ooh.
flavors like cream cheese cinnamon roll, maple walnut cookie, pumpkin spice cheesecake crumble, and a vegan spiced pear cobbler. Yes, I did try all of the flavors and felt bad struggling to try all of them at once to savor them and get an actual flavor profile. I felt bad that the employee had to wait for my opinion and what my order was. Hey DJ, shut the fuck up. What the fuck does any of this have to do with your story? Why did you list 8 fucking ice cream flavors like I give a fuck?
I give a fuck.
And then, yeah, third paragraph. Back to the story. Yeah, because no one gave a fuck about the other part, you loser.
I gave a fuck. Those ice cream flavors sounded amazing.
Useless information. Dude's writing, this is a diary entry. He's like, this is what I did today. I did A and B and C and D. Like, shut up, cunt. God. But back to the story. When my friend and I walked in, I had noticed one of the employees was super cute. A smallish guy, some small cute piercings, and some facial hair. I should probably say that I'm bi outright, just in case. Now here's where my brain either ceases to function or overthinks, or both at once. I tell my friend, hey, I think that person is cute. I had to say it twice because she was having a moment of I heard what you said, but it didn't register. Now, 2 things. I have a mental rule, and I think from another Reddit story I read that if someone is working, don't do things to make them uncomfortable or feel awkward when they can't escape because that's just not cool or nice.
Yes.
They're just trying to make a living.
Yes.
The other thing was, maybe if the guy I thought was cute was helping to get their ice cream, I would tell them that they were cute and just leave after paying for our order. Sadly, it was not meant to be as we had someone else. My friend and I then just walk outside with her cream cheese cinnamon roll and honey lavender and me with 1 scoop of honey lavender.
I'm so jealous.
We ended up talking, and then at some point I asked, what if I just steal myself and just write my number on something, and when it's less busy of a line, I asked to tell the person they're cute. My friend stayed neutral with hints of slight encouragement, but then I struggled to find something to write on. I luckily had a pen, and then at the end just ended up entering and writing on a napkin just the compliment in my number. Okay. So at this point, I'm still wishy-washy about it, being slightly neurotic and bracing myself for a social challenge I may not overcome as I fold this napkin in half triangularly and again a second time. My friend suggests we do this after she throws away her ice cream so we can leave. Now I end up talking to another employee and respectfully ask if I can talk to that other person. She asks me, "You're talking about their name?" and pulls them over so I could say something. They didn't have name tags at this place, and I guess it's time to learn a new person's name. The guy then approaches very friendly and asks, "What's up?" Then I just said that I thought they were cute and said I had something to give them. They asked what it was, and I said it was my number, but only if they wanted to. They said thank you for the compliment, and it seemed like it brightened their day. However, this is where I fucked up. As we were exiting, not even 1 foot through the doorway, my nerves and the adrenaline had become too much as I had done the deed and exclaimed to my friend and probably the whole shop, "Run!" as I had done something wrong. I bolted so fast straight in one direction at the fastest speed I could until I felt safe. I had left my friend behind, and I slowly walked to return to where she is. I was flustered, embarrassed, and needed to calm down. My friend saw me bolt, but was like, "I'm not running that." We ended up sitting on a bench as I pull one leg to shrink myself as small as I can be as my friend tries to reassure me as I mumble and bumble into a ball of embarrassment. I've since calmed down, still very embarrassed, and this will be a core memory with my friendship with my friend. And it's unlikely the guy will message me. But if anything does happen or does not happen, I will have an update. TLDR, I did something spontaneous today where I tried to shoot my shot at a cute guy by leaving my number, but as I was leaving, my nerves and adrenaline hit its limit as I said run loud and bolted away from the situation. Now I'm embarrassed, created a key friendship memory, and will likely still be single. You want my honest opinion? I don't think any of that happened. I think the whole story is...
What?
I think the whole fucking story is made up.
Why?
Just like, it's so fucking ridiculous.
I don't really understand what's ridiculous about that.
He gives the dude his number, and as they're leaving, he just shouts run and starts running? No.
Yeah,
No.
I could see it.
Like, he spent so much time describing his day, and then the actual embarrassing thing was, what, 3 sentences? No, somebody had a daydream about this happening and then thought to write it down on Reddit as if it did happen. This person went and got ice cream, said to his friend, wouldn't it be so funny if, like, I gave that guy my number and then we just ran out of here? And their friend was like, yeah, sure. Then he was like, you know what? That is pretty funny. I'm going to type this on Reddit. No fucking way this actually happened. This dude's 25. He's a 25-year-old man, and he gave somebody his phone number, and he felt so giddy he had to sprint out of a store and shout, run.
In his defense, everyone 25 and under, their social life is a lot different than the generation before them.
What does that mean?
It means that a lot of social interaction, the development that people have to have for social interactions, a lot of it for them was online versus in person. So here's the thing. What?
I'm 25.
I know you're... Yeah, exactly.
Would I do this? Would anyone...
You wouldn't do this, but you would fuck up talking to a girl that you liked, yeah.
That's fine. But there's a difference between running out of a store giddy and just feeling an immense amount of shame and awkwardness, because that's not what happened. He completed the deed, got over it, and then just ran away. Huh? Maybe if he did that before he gave them his number, sure. Maybe.
All I'm trying to say is that there are people out there that have less practice of, like, dealing with that kind of adrenaline and dealing with that kind of situation in public.
But he had already done it.
I know, but he was so... It vamped him up so much, he had to let it out. He just didn't make it out the door before it came out.
This just feels like the epitome of Reddit, too, because, like, right afterwards, he's like, I curled up into a ball and my friend made me feel better. Like, oh, yeah, you're on a park bench just like, I'm so cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude lives on the internet for sure. Made up story.
Well, I'm pretending it's real.
No one who acts like that actually has the confidence to even give anyone their number. You fucking kidding me?
Maybe it was his first time.
25.
Yeah. You can't talk.
What does that mean?
You can't talk.
Why? Go on, floor's yours.
Because...
Go on. Hurt my feelings.
You were 24 when we met.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think you were super smooth?
I'm here, aren't I?
You are here, but that wasn't the question.
Do I think I'm smooth? No. But... And I understand that there are some people who are really socially awkward, and I completely understand that. But I think where this story loses me, or why I think that it's not real, is that usually there's a peak. The build up and the anticipation to doing the thing is when it's at an all-time high, not afterwards. Once you've talked to the girl, once you've talked to the boy, once you've given them your number, then it starts to fall down. Now, sure, there may be questions of like, oh my God, I blew it. I must have fucked it up. I'm so embarrassed. There's no way they're going to call. Like, I understand that after the fact. But that's not what happened. It like went up, he gave them the number, and then he's like, run! Like they're in a movie.
Well, maybe because it worked out so well. Because you never know how someone's reaction's going to be. You know? So...
That person didn't even have time to react. He gave them a number and he ran out of a store.
They shared dialogue, though, and the person clearly took the number.
Well, yeah, true.
So, you know, when you're walking into a situation like that, the other guy could have said no, and maybe he would have had a completely different reaction. But because he smiled and said thank you and was super flattered by it, when the guy turned around, he's probably like, holy shit, that went so well.
And then he ran?
Yeah. I've seen crazier things.
You're living in a fantasy world with this person, and that's fine. On the internet, nothing is real, totally fine. But I'm telling you, this story, if it is real, I'll kill myself.
I'm gonna act like it's real.
And that's fine.
I'm proud of this person.
I kind of go
It's
into...
hard to do that kind of shit.
I don't know, man. It just... I know an AI didn't write it because there's so much extra information that it's fucking... Like, there's just so many extra details.
This makes me want seasonal ice cream.
Okay. I'm going to check this person's profile, and I want to see if there's an update. When did this come out? 11 hours ago. Let's see if he got... See if DJ Double got... No. Nothing else. And he didn't even ask the other dude if he was, like, gay or bi. He just gave him his number and ran out of a store.
Grow up.
Where?
This isn't a fuck up. It's you making an effort to come out of your shell and shake the social anxiety with exposure therapy. The adrenaline kicked in when you realized you were doing it. But you did do it. Good on you. Love this person. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah,
good on you.
Then he responds, I'm not sure if I have social anxiety, but I am the type of person who will wear my awkwardness on my sleeve and just do things. Today was just a day of many different overwhelming emotions, but I did it, and now we can do the SpongeBob victory screech. Also, thank you. You think that's a real fucking person?
Yeah.
No, this is a Reddit moderator who lives on the internet. People like this don't interact. They don't go out in public and hand people their phone numbers.
How do Reddit moderators find love?
Reddit. Not public.
For ice cream?
Yeah, they go outside to get ice cream, but they certainly don't talk to other human beings. But I did it, and we can now do the SpongeBob victory screech in all caps.
Dude, this person is just being who they are, and they're not afraid of who they are. And I love that. W poster. Keep doing it.
I'm sorry for being so negative. I'm going to reel it in. I don't know why this is getting under my skin.
I know why.
I'm sorry. I have no problems with you, DJ Double. If this did happen, you know, good for you. I hope that that boy texts you back. There's nothing wrong with that. I think if this situation is real, totally fine. Not even a huge fuck up. Honestly, probably really funny. I just don't believe that it did happen. It just feels so unreal to me. If you were in a fucking ice cream store and you saw a man run out, scream run, and just booked it by himself, left his friend behind, you would literally go like, is this real life? Are we in a fucking movie? It's exactly what it feels like. And perhaps it did happen. But you have to understand, that is a fucking crazy thing. If that did happen, that's insane.
Good job reeling it in.
Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Delves In. We appreciate your stay. Come back and visit us soon. The Great Gatsby signing out.
We do have holiday discounts coming up. I'll get you 2% off your bill. I'm the manager.
I'm the manager.
Long ago, just like a Hershey